The dimly lit underground meeting room reeked of expensive cigars and tension. Jungkook was sitting at the head of a long table, his fingers lightly tapping against the wood. His man stood in disciplined silence behind him, awaiting orders. Across from him, a nervous looking man fidgeted, sweat forming at his temple. You understand that breaking a deal with me means consequences? I swear it wasn't intentional, Mr. John. The shipment got delayed. It's out of my control. Jungkook chuckled darkly, leaning forward. Out of your control? Do I look like someone who tolerates excuses? The room grew colder with his words. His right-hand man Taeyong shifted beside him. Boss, we could give him a last chance. Just a small warning. Jungkook's jaw clenched. He wasn't one to let betrayal slide, but at the end of the day, he had a family waiting for him. Next time you won't have a tongue to explain yourself. Leave. The man scurried out, leaving a trail of tension behind. Taeyong smiled. Look at you, being merciful. Something tells me you want to go home early. My wife and son are waiting. Wrap up the rest of the business. I'm leaving. Saying that, he walked away without looking back. The moment Jungkook stepped into the house, the sound of tiny feet pattering across the floor greeted him. Daddy. A little ball of energy crashed into his legs. Jungkook lifted his 3-year-old son effortlessly, pressing a kiss to his forehead. Ah, my strong boy, you have grown since morning, haven't you? Jungsoo giggled, wrapping his arm around Jungkook's neck. I ate all my food today. Really? Then you must be even stronger now. Show me your muscles. Jungsoo flexed his tiny arms, making Jungkook chuckle as he exaggeratedly gasped, Wow, so strong. You're going to protect mommy now, huh? Were you good to mommy today? But mommy didn't let me eat ice cream before dinner. And I won't let you now either. You walked over, crossing your arms, but a soft smile on your lips. Jungkook chuckled, placing Jungsoo on his hip. You're too strict, love, and you're too soft on him. He's just like you, always getting what he wants. Because I'm daddy's boy. Jungkook ruffled his hair. That you are, little man. Now where's my real greeting? You rolled your eyes playfully before stepping closer, wrapping your arms around him. He pulled you into a deep, warm hug, breathing in your scent. Missed you, baby. You saw me this morning. Not enough, never enough. Jungsoo pouted. What about me, Appa? Did you miss me the most? Jungkook chuckled, ruffling his son's hair. Of course, my little tiger, but you see, mommy is my first love. You'll understand when you grow up. I already love mommy the most. Hey, now that's unfair. We have to share her. Jungsoo giggled, nodding eagerly. Okay, we both love mommy. Oh, so I don't get a say in this? Nope, it's 2 against 1 now, sweetheart. You playfully sighed. Fine, I guess I'll allow it. Appa, can we play now? You promised. I did, didn't I? Alright, what are we playing today? Hide and seek. Okay, but no hiding in places that make mommy worry. Jungsoo nodded, already running off. Count, Appa. Jungkook turned to you, pressing a soft kiss to your forehead. You look tired, baby. Have you been resting enough? I'll try, but you know how your son is. Jungkook smiled. Our son. He's definitely got your stubbornness. You nudged him playfully. Oh really? I think he gets his charm from me. Hmm, you do have a point there. Appa, no cheating, count properly. He said from a distance. Jungkook laughed, holding his hands up. Alright, 1, 2, 3. And this came quickly and come in the kitchen. I'm heating dinner. Jungkook looked at you. As you say, Your Highness. You walked towards the kitchen while smiling and shaking your head. You quietly closed Jungsoo's bedroom door, making sure he was sound asleep before tiptoeing towards your room. Jungkook was already waiting for you, propped up against the headboard, shirtless, scrolling through his phone. The moment you stepped inside, he set it aside and opened his arms for you. Finally, my love is back. I was starting to think you would rather sleep with Jungsoo than me. You chuckled, slipping under the covers and straight into his embrace. His warmth instantly wrapped around you as he tugged you against his chest. Well, he's quite the cuddler. But I'm your husband, shouldn't I have all your cuddles? Possessive much. Jungkook smirked, pressing a soft kiss to your temple. Always. You nuzzled into his chest, listening to his steady heartbeat as his fingers traced lazy patterns on your back. You seem tired, baby. Was today exhausting? A little, but now that I'm here, I feel better. That's my girl. You know, I love these moments. Just us in our own world. Me too. A comfortable silence filled the room as his hand slipped under your shirt, gently caressing your back. It wasn't meant to be seductive, just comforting. His touch, his presence, the way he made you feel safe, it was everything. Jungsoo is getting big, huh? He's growing up too fast. You hesitated before speaking, playing with the fabric of his shirt. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. What do you mean? You bit your lip. Maybe he needs a sibling. His body immediately tensed. No. You looked up at him, surprised by the sharpness in his voice. Jungkook, no baby. We're not having another child. I can't. I won't put you through that again. He sighed, sitting up slightly. Jungkook, it's been 3 years. I'm healthy now. The doctor told me last time that it was a rare complication. That doesn't mean it will happen again. That doesn't erase what happened last time. I almost lost you. I can't go through that again. He reached for his hand, squeezing it gently. I understand why you are scared, but no, love, you don't understand. You were unconscious, you didn't see what I saw. I sat there holding your hand, begging you to wake up while doctors ran around trying to stop the bleeding. I thought I had lost you. The moment still haunts me. Your heart clenched at his words. You knew it had been traumatic, but you hadn't realized just how deeply it still affected him. Jungkook. He shook his head, cupping your face. No, I can't risk losing you. You and Jungsoo are my entire world. I don't need anything else. You swallowed hard, lowering your gaze. So what if I told you that it's already happening? Jungkook's breath hitched. His grip on you tightened slightly. What do you mean? You took a deep breath, looking into his eyes. I'm pregnant. The silence was deafening. Jungkook's expression froze, his lips parting slightly as if he hadn't heard you right. Baby, you are joking, right? You shook your head, your eyes started watering. I found out a few days ago. I wanted to tell you sooner, but I was scared of how you would react. Jungkook pulled away slightly, running a hand through his hair. His breathing became uneven. Pregnant. You are pregnant? You nodded again, nervously biting your lip. I know this isn't what you wanted, but before you could finish, Jungkook crushed you into his arms, holding you so tightly it almost knocked the air out of you. Are you okay? Are you feeling okay? Do you need anything? Have you been eating properly? Oh god, I should have noticed. You laughed softly despite the tears forming in your eyes. Jungkook, breathe. He ran a hand through his hair, his heartbeat pounded in his ears. I wasn't ready for this. I didn't want this because I can't see you in pain again. But now I have no choice. It's happening and I don't know what to do. You reached for his hand. We do what we have always done. Face it together. This baby is a blessing, Jungkook. It's God's wish. Jungkook swallowed hard, his emotions wearing inside him. He was terrified, but looking into your eyes, he saw determination, love, and trust. Slowly, he pulled you back into his arms. I don't know if I can handle this, but I swear I'll do everything to protect you, both of you. You nestled closer, feeling his heart race beneath your palm. That's all I need. Promise me if anything feels wrong, even the slightest bit, you'll tell me. I promise. Jungkook pressed a kiss to your forehead, his grip tightening protectively. I love you more than anything in this world. And I love you. Now stop worrying and cuddle me. Everything is going to be fine. Jungkook sighed, a soft chuckle escaping. You always know how to calm me down. He pulled you even closer, his warmth surrounding you completely. Despite the lingering fear, a new feeling settled in. Hope. You were in this together and that was all that mattered. The next morning, as the sunlight streamed through the curtains, Jungsoo came in your room as he woke up super early. He was bouncing on the bed between you and Jungkook, giggling as his father tickled him. My little tiger, why did you wake up so early, huh? Did you miss Appa? But Appa was working too much. That's what I'd keep telling him too, baby. Jungkook laughed and kissed your forehead. I know, I'll be home more, I promise, but guess what? Mommy and Appa have a surprise for you. A surprise? What is it? He asked excitedly. You exchanged a glance with Jungkook before pulling Jungsoo into your lap. You're going to be a big brother soon, baby. Mommy has a little baby in her tummy. Jungsoo's eyes widened as he placed his tiny hands on your stomach. A baby? In Mommy's tummy? Jungkook ruffled his hair. That's right, Tiger. You're going to have a little sibling to play with. Jungsoo beamed. I'll teach them how to play cards and how to color. And I'll share my toys too. I want so many siblings, Appa. Only one. My wife is a human, okay? You chuckled lightly, but you could still feel the concern in his voice. He was showing that he was happy and but deep down, he was worried, concerned about how this is going to happen. Months passed and Jungkook did everything in his power to make sure you were comfortable. He worked from home more often, brought you whatever you craved, and never let you lift a finger. Baby, do you need anything? Water? A snack? A foot massage? Jungkook, I literally just sat down. Still, you might need something. You are fussing too much, and I always will. Despite his fears, Jungkook was growing more excited. Every night he would talk to your belly, telling stories to the baby, feeling the kicks, and falling more in love with the little life growing inside you. You were lying in bed wrapped in Jungkook's warm embrace, his fingers traced slow patterns on your back, his other hand resting protectively over your stomach. Even though he had tried to put on a strong face for Jungsoo, you could feel the tension in his body. He was still struggling. Are you feeling okay? Do you need anything? I'm fine, Jungkook. Stop worrying so much. That's impossible. You know I can't. You sighed softly, tilting your head up to meet his gaze. His gaze was filled with so many emotions love, fear, and uncertainty all mixed together. I know this isn't what you planned, but it's happening. We are having another baby. I never wanted to put you through that again. I almost lost you once, and I barely survived that. How do you expect me to just be okay with this? He said, swallowing hard. You reached up, cupping his face in your hands, your thumbs gently stroking his cheekbones. Jungkook, I understand why you are scared, but this baby is a blessing. It's not something we planned, but maybe it was meant to be. A blessing? He let out a short, disbelieving laugh, shaking his head. Do you know what a curse it was to see you bleeding out in that hospital bed, to hear the doctors say that they weren't sure if you would make it? Do you have any idea how that felt? I want to accept that everything will be fine, and believe me, I'm excited to become a father again. But as the time coming near, I can't help but feel scared. Her heart clenched at his words. You had never fully realized how deeply that experience had scared him. Tears welled up in his eyes, but he quickly blinked them away. I can fight anyone, protect you from anything, but not this, not if something goes wrong again. And what if everything goes right? He exhaled softly, his forehead dropping against yours. That's the only thing I'm holding on to right now. The hope that this time you'll be okay, but promise me. He pulled back, his eyes locking onto yours. If anything feels wrong, even the slightest thing, you tell me immediately. I don't care if I'm in a meeting. In the middle of a fight, I'll drop everything, okay? You smiled gently, pressing a kiss to his lips. Okay, I promise. You're going to be the death of me, woman. Well, at least I'm giving you another little version of myself to deal with. You teased, making him groan. Oh God, I can barely handle one of you. You both laughed softly, the tension between you easing slightly. Jungkook rested his head against your chest, his arms tightening around you. I love them, just like I love Jungsoo, but you? He kissed your collarbone softly. You will always be my everything, and you'll always be mine. He let out a deep breath, his grip on you never loosening. Even though the fear hadn't fully left him, you knew he would love this baby just as much as he loved you and Jungsoo, and together as a family you would face whatever comes next. The moment arrived, and although panic surged through Jungkook as he held your hand in the hospital, his fears were replaced by sheer joy with the cries of your newborn baby filled the room. Congratulations, it's a girl. Jungkook's eyes welled up with tears as he kissed your forehead, whispering, You did it, love. She's here, our little princess. As he held his daughter for the first time, Jungsoo peeked over, eyes wide with wonder. She's so tiny. She is, and she's ours. Jungsoo tilted his head, studying the newborn with curiosity before reaching out a small finger to poke her hand. She looks like a marshmallow, he said, giggling. Jungkook let out a deep laugh, the weight of all his fears melting away in that moment. He turned to you, still cradling his daughter with a newfound sense of purpose. You are so strong, love. I love you so much, he said, leaning down to kiss your forehead. You smiled weakly, reaching out to touch his cheek, your fingers brushing away the tears that had yet to stop falling from his eyes. She's lucky to have a father who loves her this much already. Jungkook's throat tightened, his free hand grasping yours tightly. I was so scared, but now that she's here, I can't even explain how much I love her already. He glanced back down at the baby, his expression softening further. He never thought his heart could hold this much love, but here he was with his son, his daughter, and you, the love of his life. He knew in that moment that despite all his fears and worries, this was the most beautiful blessing he could have ever received. Welcome to the world, my little princess. I promise I'll protect you forever, he whispered to the baby, and in that moment, surrounded by the entire world, Jungkook realized he was the luckiest man alive. Appa, I love our family and my little sister too. I'll name her Yuna. Jungkook smiled. That's a beautiful name, Tiger. You smiled. She will be so proud to know her brother named her Yuna. She's really like a flower, delicate and beautiful, he said, kissing her soft temple.